it's really insane.
Smart kids say no.
'Cause inhalants kill. Learn a lesson so true. There's danger in inhalants. They can break you in two. So never sniff inhalants. Breathing them is really no thrill. Don't you know inhalants really can kill?
Don't do inhalants.
You'll be suffering pain.
Don't do inhalants.
They will damage your brain.
Don't do inhalants.
'Cause it's really insane.
Smart kids say no.
'Cause inhalants kill. Just because something is safe to use one way doesn't mean it's safe to use another way. Cleaners, sprays, and other household chemicals can become deadly poisons when inhaled. Don't ever try it. Just say no to inhalants. Breathing them is really no thrill. Don't you know inhalants really can kill?
Don't do inhalants.
You'll be suffering pain.
Don't do inhalants.
They will damage your brain.
Don't do inhalants.
'Cause it's really insane.
Smart kids say no.
'Cause inhalants kill.
Don't do inhalants.
You'll be suffering pain.
Don't do inhalants.
They will damage your brain.
Don't do inhalants.
'Cause it's really insane.
Smart kids say no.
'Cause inhalants kill. Don't do inhalants. Don't do inhalants. Don't do inhalants. Don't do inhalants.
Oops, I forgot to add myself. Yeah, don't do inhalants, kids. Not good for you. Just because something is good for one use doesn't mean it might be good for another. Words of wisdom. Take heed, y'all. Prairie Queen was first up today. I believe, well, John, you were a day or two ago. Day or two. So, yeah, Prairie Queen. So, yeah, good to see you. John, good to see you. You're driving and working and your stuff. You're doing your stuff, Jonaside. Thanks for popping in. Faithful follower. Gosh, I love you. Well, in a platonic sort of way. You know what I mean. Prairie Queen. Hey, yeah, just because holeless beads can't be used as marbles, don't stick them up your nose. More words of wisdom. Hey, you guys hang out here because you're going to get, a snoot full of learning. A snootful. But don't snoot inhalants. Don't do that. Boy, I have postponed this live stream for God, many times. Yeah. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. It's not the barometer changes. I don't know what it is, but okay. I have been really pissy the last few days, really, for no reason. Just really grumpy, pissy, and nothing's wrong. In fact, here's the weird thing. In fact, things are pretty okay. Okay, I'm asking the crowd here. Holy shit, I just choked on my own saliva. Beware of your own saliva. It's something. Oh, Prairie Queen, you've been blaming your moods on the weather. I can't do that here because, okay, I got to cough again. All right. Um, because we've had nice weather here, so I can't hang it on that. But okay, do you got when things are going well for you, perhaps after a long stretch of things not going so well, when things start going well, does anybody else feel like, okay, the other shoe's gonna drop? Like if after a long dry spell, if a little rain comes, um, I don't know if what it is, but just things have been going well here in Robin Eagle Song Land. But boy, what is it? What's the word? Trepidation? No. What's the word? But I'm kind of going, can I trust this? Can I trust this? But that might just be my mental illness. Um, you've been Prairie Queen, you've been blaming your moods on weather and seasonal change. Yeah. Yeah, but I just and then that on top of, being pissed, maybe I'm just do you ever have ever do, "Okay, I'm unworthy. I'm not good enough." I mean, boy, is that digging deep into my psyche from when I was 8 years old. But okay, just and I had planned, okay, I was gonna jump into doing little reviews of the old Jiggy show, Paranormal Hood Jiggy. We had a blast on there. It was, gosh, sometimes it was a few times a week and so I thought, okay, I'm gonna do it. I've got, my deck's cleared. I'm gonna settle down and I just looked for a couple, you can go through stuff and pick out good things like watching it on high speed, and then you can, like, zip through it and then timestamp it and save a tab and all this. So I was gonna do that, had it all planned out. I started watching the first show. Okay, no, okay, maybe I'll go to the next one. So I maybe watched 2 or 3, like, just starting them out, looking for something to I couldn't do it. And I had run into this before, I'd just even think about it, and like, "No, I can't do it." And then I sorta tried, with somebody else to do couldn't no, didn't know. Um, so I c and here I will probably never do a Jiggy review. I will probably never. It's too hard. Um, it's too hard. I can't I can't do it. I can do Grampy Lobster, he's also, we lost him too. I do Grampy Lobster. It's a little hard too. Oh, fuck, it's all hard. Yeah, uh-huh. Um, so I wanna ask somebody anybody who might have an experience with this. Okay, everybody knows that I indulge in the devil's cabbage and its various iterations, permutations, its various forms. And there's something that I've recently discovered. Well, my neighbor turned me on to it. She's my age. She's seven. In fact, I think she's a couple months older. She's 78. I am not yet 78, but I will soon be. But she knocked on my door a few days ago and she says, "Here, I got this and I hate it. Here, you try it," because she's a pothead too. Um, mm, so, and it's this tincture. It's a tincture, and you can get it either in a high CBD or a high THC Anyway, this tincture uh, is, yeah. So I've been using that. I'm telling you, I've been getting some good, solid, hours long sleep at a stretch, because, yeah, when you're old, you don't get a long stretch of sleep at a time because you got to get up to pee and that kind of stuff. And other reasons you have to get, I don't know what the other reasons would be. But anyway, this tincture, and it comes in flavors. Right now, I have something that's sort of like there's a picture of a bomb pop on it, so it's like a tutti fruity kind of a flavored this tincture. And I have one that's this sour apple, and then I have one that's something else. That's the the daytime one. But anyway, my point is I can't find my mouth. Yeah. Okay, so there is this thing about, administering oral things with a dropper bottle, okay? The key things to remember are do not touch the glass dropper to lips, tongue, or teeth. The dropper cannot because, it'll contaminate it. It'll contaminate the rest of the goods once you stick the dropper back in the bottle. So, you've gotta, keep it away from your lips, tongue, and teeth. I need a mirror to find my mouth because I can't find my mouth. I sometimes I sit here, my station, my power station, where I usually spend, my computer time is here at my dining room table. So, I've got my little bottle here and I gotta shake it up and squeeze the bulb a couple times and then you position it above your mouth and I drop it on my chin. I think it's like centered over my mouth. I like know it in my bones that the dropper's centered over my mouth and it'll run down the side of my face, down my neck. Um, yeah, I I can't find my own damn mouth. Well, it's almost the same as like deodorant. Have you ever just put on deodorant without being in your bathroom and not having the mirror in front of you? I'm probably the only one that has a thing about that. I need a mirror to put on my deodorant because, apparently I can't find my armpit either. But anyway, yeah, I can't find my mouth with 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 this. But yeah, I'm liking this stuff. It's sort of like edibles. It's sort of like that creeper kind of a thing. Like when you burn stuff, it like boom right to your brain, and it kind of goes kapowie. When you do tincture, I like that word, tincture. Sounds like a foreign word. Tincture. When you do a tincture, it it it's very slow, but then all of a sudden, oh, you can feel it doing what it does, and it's lovely. It's lovely. But I can't find my mouth. Not weird. Oh, okay. So you're always thinking it's too good to relax, Prairie Queen. Y- I know. It's like, okay, I, I've been hyper diligent, hyper aware. Okay, do I need to continue to be aware of shit that I need to be aware? But okay, this thing's coming up. This deadline's coming up. Um, yeah. Oh, the CBD is helping with anxiety. I think so. I think so. The CBD drops, it's only got okay, I have my little bag right here. Okay, the one that's okay, this is called Daytime Elixir, and it's yeah, it's mostly CBD, and it's very pleasant. However, okay, I can tell it with the sour apple one. excuse me, the high THC. This little dropper bottle is 1,000 milligrams. 1,000 milligrams. So if you take 2.5 droppers, and a dropper is like as much as you can get in the dropper with one healthy squeeze of the bulb, 2.5 of those, and mm, yeah, you get some very pleasant, relaxing hours. Um, but I've noticed that in the sour apple, they've got to use a carrier oil, and it has to be an oil. It can't be an alcohol base or a glycerin base. It's got to be an oil. I'm assu because it's, what, non-reactive. Anyway, the carrier oil that they use for this sour apple is, and you can tell that it is sunflower oil. Ugh, it's sunflower oil, and, um, anybody who's my age or close to my age or older, well, no, nobody's older because you guys are all dead, but, uh, castor oil used to be a remedy for everything. If you were a little kid back when I was a little kid, castor oil, it coated it was for constipation, it was for stomach upset, it was if you had a smart mouth, "Here, take this castor oil, I'll teach you." But it coated your mouth, and it stayed coating your mouth for a long. I remember God, I'm still reacting. Did it mark me much? Yes. And I remember castor oil, my mom would mix it in orange juice, and after you drank it, the glass would be coated inside, kind of an orange grease from being mixed with the yuck. But anyway, okay, I know it's sunflower flower oil. I know it is because, there since your mouth is coated with this oil after doing your dropper where you miss your mouth and it runs down your neck. You can taste, when you breathe out your nose, you can experience the aftertaste. Oh man, that's sunflower. If you've ever had a great big old handful of sunflower seeds and yet after you chew them, swallow them, that aftertaste, that sunflower, that's it. That's it. I don't, but okay, so that's all. Okay, so Prairie Queen, you're questioning if it's a calm before the storm, right? Right, it's almost like what's not survivor guilt, but, it's like that. Okay, after such a series of unfortunate events, here's a good one. Is this a practical joke? Mm, is this yeah. D Don't know, but, after, you can only be pissy and grumpy for, a certain length of time if you have no reason, so, things do improve. Um, things do improve for sure. God, my voice my voice is still affected, um, from inhaling my saliva. Shit. Okay, so the topic of this stream. And suddenly, okay, I haven't even been on 20 minutes, and I'm already getting to the the, uh, the reason I'm posting this. Well, I have no reason. I just have nothing to do. I'm glad you guys are here, being even more bored with your life because you have watched me and spent time here on the couch. Okay, holeless beads. There are things that are holeless beads. Okay, if you wanna get ridiculous, okay, garden gazing balls, that's like a giant bead, giant reflective bead on a pedestal sitting out in your garden, be a gazing ball. Okay, holeless beads. I have a whole bunch of them because I used to, use glitter and little fancy sparkly things in my crafts, and paint and all this stuff. I had a whole bunch of teeny, eeny, weeny little holeless beads. Okay, here's what the size of them. Reflective paint. You can turn almost any paint into reflective paint if you can buy clear glass beads, teeny little glass beads, you throw that in your paint, and you use it, and at nighttime it becomes reflective because of these glass beads. Hello? Well, you're welcome. Anyway, glass beads, I have them in all I have clear ones, I have yellow ones, turquoise, and I have little black ones, and they have no holes. And, you do okay, I painted tennis shoes for a while, and, I would use, markers and paint and glue and glitter, and, I would just do free form, and I would do, designs and glitter and sprinkle designs and glue. And then I'd sprinkle the glass beads on there, and they were pretty and reflective and festive, and then I'd do other kinds of glitter too. I'd glitter in the shape of little stars. So, beads with no holes, beads with no holes. Okay, you see my picture up there, my avatar? That and this doesn't seem right, beads with no holes, okay. I yeah, excuse me. Yeah, glass ball, and yes, I bedazzled tennis shoes. I did a whole bunch of 'em. I think I did about 10, 12 pair. That was when you could get do you guys remember Payless shoe stores? Anybody who is here in the US, Payless shoe stores, you could get cheap, cheap, cheap shoes. They were knockoffs, they were wonderful, and I could get plain white tennis shoes. I bought slip-ons because that you could be more creative. I bought, lace up, but the slip-ons were like for $2.79, you could get a pair of white plain white tennies. And then they went up and then pay less clothes. So I don't know where to get cheap white shoes. I still have all my supplies. So I would be doing okay, so anyway, see what you're seeing there? That is spaghetti. That is spaghetti. It's called oh god, now I can't remember what kind of fucking spaghetti it is. That's spaghetti. It's spaghetti with holes. I I never knew about because I like pasta. I like making, pink pasta sauce with all different kinds of pastas. I love all the shapes and, how they look and yeah, but this is spaghetti that's tubes, and it's not that much bigger than regular spaghetti. It's a little bit bigger, and you can hardly see the hole when they're uncooked, but when you cook them, by golly, here's this long, smushy tube. And, oh my god, I made my pink sauce, and I use just a little bit of ground meat, a ton of, like, onions and basil, and I use Bertolli, pasta sauce. It's number 1, it's budget friendly, and number 2, it's got everything in it, and it's a good base for all the shit that you wanna add. But I always add, like, a little celery, a little, carrots, to my pasta sauce, and a lot of sour cream. You're supposed to add, like, heavy cream. No, I usually add sour cream or unflavored yogurt, but it made and the spaghetti, it's, like, meatier because it's fatter than regular spaghetti. Um, but it's wonderful, and you can suck the sauce out of the tube because the sauce goes all the way through the spaghetti. So you get total complete immersion of your favorite pasta sauce. Yeah, it would I don't know if it would work with pesto sauce because it's quite particulate, so it probably wouldn't get inside the tube. But isn't that neat? It's called Bucassini or something like that. Oh, wait a minute, Prairie Queen. You had Payless shoes in Canada? I miss that place. You know, probably some big ass company bought them out and then closed everything up to eliminate competition. I hate that big fish eats the little fish thing, you know? Eliminate your competition, buy them out and shut them down. Yeah, I loved if I could find okay, anybody watching this or the replay gang, anybody watching this, if you have a source, I don't care if it's from Temu, from Shine, from Wish. Well, no, Wish. Lord knows what you would get with Wish. They are complete liars. Temu sort of fudges the truth, and their quality sucks, but they're cheap. But if anybody can hook me up with a place to buy really cheap white tennis shoes, I would be ever so grateful. In fact, whoever can turn me on to a source for cheap white shoes, I will decorate a pair of cheap white tennis shoes just for you. I should show you a picture of, you know, I did some cute ones, and I really loved it. And I would take over my whole coffee table with your newspapers all spread out, and paintbrushes and glitter, and yeah, good times. God, I haven't done that in 12 years. So all of my supplies are at least 12 to 15 years old. And my paints are still viable, you know, still work. So anyway, that's my offer. You know, everybody blew off my last offer, you know, if regarding the bet that Jiggy and I had for them. I'm not even going to talk about that because it's useless because I'm not going to be reviewing Jiggy. I'm not. So never mind. But anyway, if anybody can turn me on to a source for cheap shoes, you get a pair of custom made Robin Eagle song, one of a kind, cheap tennis shoes. Gaudy. They'll be gaudy as hell. Gaudy. Yeah. And you'll probably leave trails of glitter wherever you walk. Isn't that happy? Yes. So I won't be back next Sunday because I'm going to be out of town. Going to be going visiting. I'll probably be gone for a week or so, but then I'll be back with a vengeance, probably with a better attitude. You know, I always, you know, you have a good time when you leave the house, leave your four walls. Yeah. So I think that's just about all I was going to talk about. Yeah. Gosh, I only had like 4 bullet points to cover, and I went through them in a flash. Oh, trails of glitter would be fun, almost like chaos magic. I know. You walk around in a cloud of glitter. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to be looking too for, you know, now that I've talked about it, and all of my art and craft supplies are behind me. I have this old sideboard in my little dining room here. It's an old, I guess you'd call them a buffet sideboard. Has doors and drawers and a hidden compartment, and I have all bins and bins of all of my art supplies right here behind me. All I have to do is reach back but boy, I would clean up my dining room to set up a craft station. If I could find some cheap shoes, I'd do it again. Yeah. Oh, Prairie Queen, I'll send you a picture. I will private message you my shoes. Yeah. In one of the last pairs I did, second to the last pair I did, I bought them too big. I forgot my middle daughter has the smallest feet in the family. I think she wears just with socks, she wears a size 7. Shit. I'm the littlest one in my family, and I wear an 8.5. Um, but but anyway, I think I got her 7.5, and they were too big, but I said, "Just wear big socks." I painted her, and I called them, and I lettered a little tiny lettering, "Your magical traveling shoes," and I painted, um, pansies on the toes of these shoes, pansies and sparkly paint and very little glitter on those, but anyway, yeah, I'll do a show and tell, Prairie Queen. But anyway, you guys, do me a do me a solid and find a source for really cheap white shoes. Yeah, canvas should be canvas. Plastic, I don't know how it would react to the paints and glue and stuff, but yeah. Okay, that's it. Shit, I've only been on a half hour and I'm just so done already. I am so done. Um, yeah, so I might, maybe I'll be on before Sunday rolls around. Frankly, I don't know if I'm gonna be leaving Saturday or Sunday, but I'll be back. Okay, I'll be back before I go out of town, and if anybody wants to panel up, I haven't done that in so long. I haven't done that since what? January? Can't remember. If you guys wanna panel up, sing out, and I'll send out a link for next time. Um, yeah. Okay, I'm so done, you guys. I am over this. Yeah, play it by ear. Thanks, Prairie Queen. Um, so John Walkley didn't show up, neither did Eileen Ebony, our UK friends. Even well, there are 5 watching. Some are friends, some are foes. I don't care. Doesn't matter. But anyway, you guys, I will see you next time. I love every damn one of you. Thank you for coming around and being fucking bored stiff. and and I'll think up more shit to frost your balls. Okay, so I think I'm going to end this stream. Come back and see me sometime. And Prairie Queen, I'll show you my shoes that I did. Okay, I love you guys. I'm not gonna do an outro. I'm just gonna end it. Okay.